1st, tonight marking 1 year since the deadly fireworks explosion in Esparto. Families of the victims and community members gathered tonight for a vigil to remember those who lost their lives. Those 7 men who died have been identified as Carlos Javier Rodriguez Mora, Neil Justin Lee, Joel Jeremias Melendez, Angel Voller, Christopher Golido Bocog, and brothers Jesus Menaces Ramos and Johnny Ernesto Ramos. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Fox 40 News at 10, I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Harriman. Fox 40's Rowena Shaddix joining us live in Esparto tonight after attending tonight's vigil and speaking with the families of some of those victims.
Well, Nikki and Eric, this is the makeshift memorial that family members put together. It is beautiful. They had large portraits of their loved ones. There were 7 of them on display. Talking with family members, they say it really doesn't feel like this was a year ago that this happened. For many, they say it seems like this tragedy just took place yesterday.
Can't believe that it's been a year.
1 year since a catastrophic fire at a fireworks warehouse in Esparto caused several explosions, culminating in one huge blast that killed 7 men and decimated the building and surrounding structures. Tiffany Nolan Rodriguez lost her husband Carlos in the blast.
I still wake up going, is this a dream? And then reality hits very hard, like a slap in the face.
It would be more than 10 months later before any arrests were made. 5 people were ultimately charged with murder. Jordan Rodriguez is Carlos's 11-year-old son.
I hope they go to jail for life. That's all. They deserve it.
Unfortunately, it's ripped through a bunch of families. We're grieving, but so are, the loved ones of the people in jail as well.
Sylvia and Larry Sullivan drove from Texas for the 1-year anniversary to support their late nephew, Joel Jr. Melendez, and the rest of the family.
Really sad for my sister. Just can't believe it's a year that we lost Junior. He was the life of the party. We have a lot of kids in the family, and I call him kid because to me he's one of the kids. But yeah, we lost a big part of our family.
It has been a difficult year for the entire family.
Family of the other 5 men were also present to honor their loved ones. Amid all the pain, they find comfort in remembering their special qualities.
He had a very engaging personality. He was very affable. He was very kind. Had a great smile. He loved his children. He loved his wife. And I really loved Junior.
His silly heart, they were always joking together. All of them. They were a big family. You can't spend that many hours together and not become a family.
He was the best. Always spend time with us, spoil us, and he was loved, and he still is.
And relatives that we spoke with say they want accountability for their loved ones dying. But like Tiffany said, for those that are in custody, their families, in a sense, they've also lost a loved one. Reporting live in Esparto tonight, covering local news that matters, Rowena Shaddix, Fox 40 News.
Thank you, Ro. Still some questions remain about how the operator of that warehouse where the explosion Ro was just talking about happened was able to operate despite not having a license or permission to store fireworks on that property. And as Ro mentioned, 8 people have been arrested and indicted in connection with last year's deadly fireworks explosion in Esparto, including devastating pyrotechnics CEO Kenneth Chi and former Yolo County Sheriff's Lieutenant Sam Machado. Machado and his wife Tammy own the property where the explosion happened. Of those 8 suspects, 5 have been charged with murder, with each pleading not guilty to the charges that right now are against them. Several have since been out of custody after posting bail. The charges stemming from a grand jury investigation that found the suspects allegedly imported more than 11 million pounds of explosives over a 10-year period, with about 1 million pounds stored at the facility at the time of that deadly blast last year.
Also